Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap of the new chapter of My Hero Academia, which is on chapter 315. Now, this chapter right here was actually pretty nice, and I did see some comments and discussions where people do not like what Deku did throughout this time with Lady Nagant, and I could see where they're coming from, but I think it fits with him greatly as a person who's trying to become the greatest hero. Now, call me crazy Milonakis for trying to back the manga author up to get Deku to do all this, but I think it's okay anyway. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have there's a flashback when Lady Nagant is grabbing some clothes for her and Chisaki, and Chisaki explains that freaking that kid's the reason why he ruins my plan. He's another victim of the hero syndrome. And although she says, maybe you can help me go find the guy, scout and confirm the target. And Chisaki's like, then I have one condition. That I don't, although Lady Nagant's like, look, I'm not taking over any old grudges. But Chisaki's like, that's not it. I don't care about any of that. I lost everything. He's all I have left. Let me see the boss. Boss, I'm sorry. And the way I look at Chisaki, man, he's really broken mentally and he's down and done for the count. The guy can't use his quirk because both of his arms is gone. Like, literally gone. If you guys remember many chapters ago, or if you even watched Season 4 of My Hero Academia, at least, you will know that he lost his arms. But that aside, going back after the flashback ends, we had to Lady Nagant is pointing her rifle to Chisaki and trying to shoot at him, She ends up saying there's a risk that my rifle will be jamming, but I have to increase the bullet's velocity. And we have to it that Lady Nagant's saying hero education is the one thing I hate most. No matter what kind of person he is, anybody dying on your watch will weigh on your conscience, right? And she ends up deciding to shoot at Chisaki for her own benefit, which really is evil and pathetic. But we have to it that Izuku decides to try to go save Chisaki, etc. And we have to it that Lady Nagant's shocked to see Izuku changing trajectories, And we get to know how this Fajin quirk works, We get to know that by repeating regular motions, I can restore and release kinetic energy. While she's shooting at me, I'm going to try to bend and stretch my legs in order to protect my body. All for one, 45% plus centrifugal force. Everybody from our generation knows about that move. I will mimic All Might's form and become faster than her bullets, And he ends up using pseudo 100% somehow, I think it's because he manages to use one for all at 45% combined with the one for all for 45%, or freaking wrong translations or something. It says all for one or one for all 45%, combined with kinetic energy storage and usage of Fajin, he's actually able to use at least suit a fake 100% move and save Chisaki, Even Lady Nagant's really shocked, She went no way. He caught up right up to the bullet. No, he already had changed the direction of where he was about to shoot. And Midoriya even tells Chisaki, I'm not done with you yet, Chisaki. And we have to it that the second user for One For All is actually analyzing Izuku right now, What he's doing is before now he was switching between One For All, 45%, Danger Sense, Smokescreen, Black Wit, Fajin, and Float, using them all in rapid succession, and as a result, his processing couldn't keep up and his movements halted, Having realized this from his previous attack, he's now restricting himself to only One For All, Black Whip, and Fajin, and he's still got a leg's worth of Fajin left, or kinetic energy storage, And we had to Lady Nagant is trying to retreat, but unfortunately for her, she gets hit by a pseudo 100% Manchester smash by Izuku himself, and aims for her rifle arm, which apparently gets damaged up beyond usage, And we have to it that Nagant remembers a lot of things right now and trying to wonder about Izuku, She even thinks about him no hesitation. Even after he recognized it was an enemy, he rushed to his aid as if it was the most natural thing in the world. When was it that their sort of lip service started to make me sick? Even Nagant is having some some her life flashing before her eyes, of how she always does her best to help other people to the best of her ability. But before maybe she could fall entirely, she gets saved by Izuku, you know? That bullet you fired at Chisaki, the trajectory of it was off. If you really were on the side as all for one, you would have just ripped through my back with your first shot and right then and there, would you? And Izuku's like, you've seen the dark side, so you should know where exactly where to shine the brightest light. Fight alongside us. You still have the heart of a hero. Although Lady Nagant is actually very shocked to hear Izuku's words, it looks like to me either Nagant was either gonna call Izuku a fool or a true hero. I don't know. Now this is where I don't know if she was gonna call Izuku an idiot for being such a hero like that to try to save her or talk to her. But whatever the case may be, that's not gonna happen because all for one. I mean, he literally says hearts can be swayed easily, which is why I make sure to prepare for a potential failure. And later on, Lady Nagant ends up blowing up because All For One planted a freaking nasty bomb-like quirk inside her body as like, hey, if you screw up, I'm sending you to hell, and which apparently looks like it to me, you know? And we have to it that Izuku only screamed for Nagant's name after what happened to her, you know? Even All For One, oh my gosh, dude. He showed his cruel dark side once again by saying, in the end, you never managed to be anything more than a tool, only ever being used to meet others' ends. If you're going to curse anything, curse that quirk you were blessed with. Sad, pitiful Lady Nagant. And before Izuku could see Lady Nagant fall, we have to it. Hawk shows up and says, don't die on me, senpai, and manages to catch her with his feathers and his arms, you know? And then the chapter ends up there. So, wow, dude, that ending of the chapter was really hectic and crazy, you know? But as for, the fight itself, I thought it was pretty nice to see how it ended like that, you know? When it comes to Fajin, all I know is like, it could store and release kinetic energy, you know? I always had like a freaking fantasy or fiction where, like, one could store energy and possibly release it to, like, a powerful blow. And it looks like to me that manga author decides to make that kind of quirk either a long time ago, but only reveal it at a certain time, because you gotta admit, storing and releasing kinetic energy is pretty strong, but there's gotta be a certain side effect to it, you know, because when you store kinetic energy and possibly release it, there's gotta be a certain usage of your stamina, how you use it, you know. When it comes to Fajin, that's what it does. But by repeating regular motions, it allows you to store and release kinetic energy, you know, etc. So Izuku ends up using Fajin as a way to like store and release kinetic energy in his legs, I guess. And while Nagant was shooting at him, he's going to try to bend and stretch his legs in order to protect his body, you know. And apparently, like combine that with the 45% of One For All, I guess he's able to at least use a pseudo 100% to a point where he's able to use at least a pseudo 100%, you know? Not a real 100%, but enough to actually be faster than a bullet and push, like, Chisaki aside and save him. And, you know, Lady Nagant gets defeated by Izuku's pseudo 100% Manchester Smash with his Fajin kinetic energy, you know? And manages to actually, like, disable her rightful arm whatsoever, and of course Izuku saves her and tries to talk to her once more to try to fight on their side. But before Lady Nagant could say anything, you know, despite like what she has done to him and etc., All For One expected that she was going to fail, you know, and ends up having to like blow her up as a contingency plan, you know? So I don't know if she survived this or not, but Hawks comes in to save her from her fall since Izuku couldn't save her in time the moment that explosion hit, you know? So yeah. I gotta say, Lady Nagant is pretty cool in a certain sense, and I could understand why many people don't like the idea of Izuku or Deku talking to Lady Nagant and try to like get her to like switch sides, or doing this Taku no Jutsu, which is a meme nowadays with Izuku. But, you know, when it comes to Izuku, man, he wants to be the greatest hero, and he wants to do his best to save possibly both villains and innocent people, which is something that I don't like either, you know. I'd rather save innocent lives and heroes too, whoever's trying to do their best to help the community or protect innocent life, you know. But, you know, like, as the word would say, like, if Izuku's going to be the greatest hero in the world, he has to at least try to do both at the same time. Now, when it comes to All for One, that's a different question, man. That guy is just pure malice and evil, man. That guy just literally knew that Lady Nagant was gonna fail, so he planted a bomb within her with that other quirk just in case should she fail. And kaboom! Yeah. That guy needs to go. But let's not forget, since Shigaraki has All for One in his body, it will only be a matter of time that he will take over Shigaraki's body, you know? Because it's like kind of scary, you know? But whatever the case may be, oh boy. So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.